Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's go ahead and take another look at OnyxCoin. We have been taking a look at this all week, trying to figure out which way this thing was going to break. As you can see here, we were focusing much more on this descending triangle. I mean, saying that it usually breaks towards the upside. But of course, we were also taking a look at some structures like from XRP, which was suggesting otherwise. But what we were just waiting for was a signal and confirmation to say that, okay, we have a clear direction. So you can see that initially we had a fake out towards the downside, and now just yesterday we were now able to break above the downward sloping resistance, as you can see. So we have a few candles outside of that, and if you actually go to the 1 hourly time frame, it appears as if we are back testing that. So if you remember, this is exactly what we wanted to see, that, you know what, a break of the resistance, a nice back test, and hopefully we're going to be looking forward to go higher than this. But the confirmation, I think, comes in right around 2.8 cents. If we clear that, I think we're ready to go, because I was also looking at the volumes here for OnyxCoin. I think we are trading right around $300 million. We are doing a fantastic job. I mean, for context, just go ahead and take a look at the other big market players in this market and take a look at how much trading volume they are having. You can see big players like Aave, for example, trading right around the same volume as OnyxCoin, which is really a much lower market cap. So I think we're doing an amazing job. Even Mantra, we are beating Mantra today. So that's good. And that obviously gives me confidence to say that this breakout was actually real. And more likely than not, the scenario of the price dropping towards the downside is invalidated at this point until otherwise. But I really don't think that we're going to be dropping much lower than this. We have like general market conditions also looking okay. We'll take a look at those ones as well in today's video. But before we continue, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for OnyxCoin, XCN updates will now be able to find this video much more easily, because normally I never used to cover it so much. So when my original subscribers see these videos, they totally ignore them. Now the YouTube algorithm says that, okay, this stuff is not important, but there are some people like you and me who are very much interested in XCN, but we have to show the algorithm right. So we have to make noise and even drop a comment if we can and stuff like that. So this is where we are right now. I think a breakout towards the upside is something that is very much likely, but the question now becomes, what are we targeting? Right, we are breaking towards the upside. Yes, we've got the volume. It's looking like we have the confirmation, the back test right of that downtrend, but here I would be anticipating something like a 130 something percent pump towards the upside. Why? Because this is obviously the technical price target. If we just go ahead and measure it, maybe I extended it a little bit further right there, but if we go ahead and take a look at the thickest part of this whole thing, you can see about 120%. That's still great. And of course, if we want to take another approach to this, we can just go ahead and use maybe Fibonacci retracement tools or extension tools from the peak towards the very bottom. You can see that also our Fibonacci golden ratio, the 1.618, is also right around 7 cents. So we are taking two different approaches, and we have a very good price to get right there in 7 cents. I think it's something that is achievable. Now, from a trading perspective, I was mentioning this in yesterday's video, saying that, look, if we have a clear break and we have enough volume for this whole thing, I'm going to be taking a trade. And for sure, I closed my short position because this was a fake out, as we can see, right? And usually what happens is that if you have a fake out and then you break in the right direction, more likely than not, this is going to be something that brings results. So I'm now on the side that we're going to be pushing towards the upside. I can also entertain the idea of the price dropping down maybe to something like 2.3 cents. We know we have got crazy market volatility these days. A good example of volatility like that can be the tariffs that are going to be announced today by President Trump, and you can see the market may be dropping 5%, and then the next hour it pushes up and stuff like that. So I'm not really keeping a tight stop loss here, because I know that things can move very, very fast. Another thing that we also have is the PPI numbers going to be released. You can also see some kind of volatility right there. So yeah, breaking below the trend line necessarily is not going to be something that discourages me, but I think we're looking good. Bitcoin itself looks like it's going to be in a distribution mode for quite some time. That is actually very good for altcoins, because we know that that money is actually coming to altcoins like XCN, for example. So we are good right there. Another thing that we have to take into consideration is that the rest of the market, the total market cap of crypto, is at an all-time high, and XCN has actually participated well and beaten other cryptocurrencies. So when this thing starts moving back towards the top once again, be sure that one of the first recipients of that capital is going to be XCN, and I'm really hopeful that we're going to get a nice pump from this whole thing. I really don't want to go too far into what are the price targets that I'm going to be looking forward to for the bull cycle, because yeah, I've been in the market since 2017, and I've made my mistakes targeting specific areas and stuff like that. I have already done most of my exiting here on XCN. I think a lot of you know that I was able to buy XCN right below 0.00818 or something like that, and I made something like a 26x towards 4 cents. So I'm already out for the most part. I'm only like 20% left by them. Then I have a big trading portfolio in which I'm looking just to gain a little bit more. But in terms of like my initial price targets here for the bull cycle, they've already been accomplished by XCN. So I think I can consider myself lucky for that. For now, I think we have to celebrate that we have broken this downtrend, and we want to see a few 4-hourly candles above. Once we are crossing 2.8 cents, once again, this is the last nail on the coffin for the bears, and I'm really sorry if they were shorting the whole thing, right? So thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then of course, if you're going to be joining me on the next trades that we are going to be taking in our private Discord group, you can feel free to do that. The link is going to be down there in the description. You can join via Patreon. Actually, you access the Discord link, and then of course, you can have access for the rest of the year. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.